What? That's the new theme tune. Do you like it?
Wow, we put no effort into that.
No, not at all. I'll think of something.
Can we not at least have a backing track at the same time?
I was thinking. You know, you might not know it. You'll know it. You know,
for the record,
sorry, you're not
Iggul.
a winner.
Yes, yeah.
The what? Yeah. And then just nondescript, like really, in a really sort of dry.
I would say let's start again, but no, screw it. Let's just do that. And
no,
carry
this
on
is
from fresh.
fine. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is how we're starting. Nondescript is sponsored by the following companies: Loot Monster. Thank you.
Wait, go back.
What?
Tell us more.
We got a sponsor.
Oh yeah. All Geek Pride podcasts now have a sponsor.
We got one though, but we've got one.
Oh yeah, we got one in the end. Yeah.
I mean, after all the hounding of Bulmers that we did, and like a Stromer last night, we
never heard from them.
Someone got back to us. This is great.
This is good. Yeah, Nondescript and Geek Pride podcasts are sponsored by Loot Monster. They are mystery boxes of pure awesome. With Christmas coming up, you are probably looking for that something to get your special loved one. Awesome.
Mind blown. Awesome.
It's a callback joke.
No. Jokes. So, yeah, if you like random boxes of geeky goodness that involve a comic, a t-shirt, some sort of figurine, doesn't necessarily have to be pop. But sometimes it is! And we just have to deal with that! And comics, I've probably already mentioned that, and sweets, then you should go to lootmonster.co.uk. Tell them we sent you, because we'll get millions of pounds.
Only if you go in via the side door, hold a bag, and when someone's like, "Where's your entry for?" He's like, "Well, you got a bit of paper." And you go, "I've got 100,000 bit of paper with the Queen's head on it." Lock, stock, and two smoking barrels reference, and then you say like, "We sent them, yeah," and it's fine.
Do we not have like some sort of discount code, like not a real code?
No, we don't at the moment.
Matching a keyboard.
We don't at the moment. Oh my god. Yes, that one.
What?
Iggul is in the process of ordering food. We should probably introduce ourselves. For those of you that don't know, that are probably going...
back and
yeah, why the fuck are you listening to
We're already making callback jokes.
Like, what the... sort your life out.
This is not a podcast that's terribly relevant.
No. Welcome to Nondescript. I am the resident beard Mike Orvis.
I'm this guy, Matt.
I'm Liam. Hi.
And Michael Iggulden right here.
Iggulden! Yay! Iggul's back. I got to get something off my chest quickly, and we won't talk about it for too long, but that
How are we going to keep the tits off?
No, fuck off, dude.
He calls them man boobs.
I've got a weight problem. Essentially, I can't wait for lunch. And, fuck, man, I'm sensitive about it, because my nipples are pressing up against my clothes all the time.
I'm sorry.
Because of all the cholesterol.
It must be one of those internal problems that I can't see.
Yeah.
The only reason your nipples
That's a callback to a joke we made not on the podcast. Ooh, references. Phil's cancer is real.
Wait, does that come under
And
things
you
we
should.
can or can't make jokes about? Because
because of the word
we've done that
cancer.
one in the past.
well, we were just talking about, and I'm not already sidetracked. Oh, no, we're 2 minutes in, we're sidetracking. We're already talking about how, like, in the future, you won't be able to say, "Sorry,
Anything.
hey, dude," and then, like, as you said earlier, it'd be like, "Oh man, you can't call me that." Might be offensive.
Yeah.
You'd be like, fuck off, and like sexual harassment.
Yeah, basically, everyone is going to be so terrified of offending each other that eventually we will. I'm not even sure, because I think quite honestly, you could be offended by anything. Like, I'm deeply offended by pop music, but that's never going to go away. But then, you say fuck, and everyone goes, "Oh, you said a swear," and it's like, really? Because in this day and age, is fuck really a swear word? I would like to hear politicians and businessmen say the word fuck. And you know what? One of my wanky side jobs is a businessman, wanky businessman. I wear fucking suits and ties and all that malarkey.
That is an image I'm not getting out of my head.
And when someone who I'm in a meeting with that I've met maybe once just goes, "Oh, it's a fucking shambles, mate," blah blah blah, I'm way more inclined to listen to them, because I'm like, this person's being honest with me. Because they're passionate. If you say the word fuck a lot, you're normally quite fucking passionate about the things you're talking about, in my opinion, unless you're a chav.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say there is an association that.
There's the clarification.
But if you're
got a fucking joint, mate, like that's not. You're not like, "Have you got a fucking joint? I need it to expand my brain." Like, not so much, but.
But there is that association that if you're going to swear with someone that you don't know, not at them, and just in context, in a scenario you're not meant to, you feel like that person is breaking the rules and they're sharing that moment with you. You're
exactly.
Like,
Wow, I am so sorry.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Together.
Bollocks.
Winky man.
Fuck.
Mike's a winky man. Barbara Streisand.
Mike's a wanky man.
In a suit!
Never say that on this podcast, you horrible little man.
And once again, we go back to the exclusion subject.
Yeah, you're being excluded. So hi everyone, how have we been? It's been a fucking month.
Topic to have with Iggul.
It's been a month, Iggul. Yeah. How was your week?
Wow. Wow.
You remember?
No.
How your week was?
No.
What's happened since then?
Shit work. Really?
Right?
Yeah.
You want to expand on it?
Too close, man. Too close.
That's all we got time for Iggul's week.
Iggul is referencing to the microphone. And not my naked
Wanky
balls.
business suit.
I was going to go for naked balls, but fine. Iggul, how was your week?
All things considered, not bad, really.
Good.
It could be better, could be worse.
I love the way we're doing...
Iggul's such a football player, have you noticed? At the end of the day, we all played. It's alright. We got out on the pitch and kicked the ball around. Someone got goals. Someone else didn't get goals. But it's alright, because it's raining. It's alright. Could be worse. Could be on fire.
Matt, did you see the ludicrous display last night?
Apparently,
I'm happy to just not dignify it with a response.
Apparently, Android phones respond accordingly if you say that to them. Have you got an Android phone?
No, I've got a Windows phone, but I want to know what happens if I ask Cortana. It's on really low battery, so I'm going to be like, Cortana, do it's going. Yes,
I love you,
Leah.
Master 2. So, yeah, it's been quite an interesting week for me. Something I've noticed, right?
I've had an ingenious idea.
What have you had?
Why don't we try and get Siri and Cortana just talking to one another?
No, because mine's a personal assistant that I give it instructions to, it will do it. Whereas Siri's just like a chatterbox, as long as you talk to it in a manner that is appropriate to the...
Oh, that's just
I
boring.
can be so casual with Cortana. We're like on first name basis
So
and everything.
casual. He's like, yo, Cortana, what you doing at the weekend? I'm a computer, sir. Yeah, what you doing? Just trying to get to know you. What you doing with Cortana?
Cortana, remind me to just watch a podcast or listen to a podcast tomorrow.
All right. At what time?
Let's see, 4 o'clock.
I'll remind you to just watch a podcast, listen to podcast at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Is that right?
Yes, it is, baby. Yes, it is.
Should I remind you?
Yes, don't make this weird.
Oh dear.
I'll remind you.
Marital problems.
She gave me silent trouble from there. Good little time. But I like the fact
It's because you started flirting with her in front of your friends.
I know.
She's like, do you want me to do it or not?
I like the fact that as you talk, it's so... Each word I'm picking up, it's not just going like, I think it's...
Scarborough, Glarborough.
Yeah, it is picking up as a sentence of what I've said
Sure.
and then translating it into a command rather than going like words of yes, no. Okay, well that's confusing. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah. Good.
Efficiency beats gimmicks, my friend.
Ha. Oh. Matthew has...
No, I am not holding the microphone.
Matthew has eaten the microphone.
Now Matt is holding the microphone for the rest of the podcast.
Good, that was
good with not holding.
that was
it.
good.
That is wet and everything.
Oh dear.
Prepare for some sound effects.
So, for fuck's sake. This is why the podcast happens once a month and not every week.
Oh man, I think I answered the point fairly concisely. No one's asking for a second comment.
Right, okay.
I ain't eating the microphone.
So, something I discovered this week that I thought you guys would be interested in, because it combines Blue's greatest love and it combines Iggul's greatest love. There is a Star Trek The Next Generation porn parody.
I'll be honest, I knew about the classic one. Didn't know there was a Next Generation one.
And it follows on from the series. So Tasha Yar comes back, and the whole point of the film... Well, I'm lying. The whole plot of the film... The plot in between
I like the careful
film
wording here.
is that they're trying to find out who she really is, if it is Tasha Yar. And, yeah. I thought that might be interesting.
At all
For you
played
guys?
by Denise Crosby? That took a second.
That'd
That'd be nice.
I don't know.
Is Data basically one of the Sibian robots things?
I don't know. I've not watched it.
It's just he gets wheeled in.
I've not watched it. Right, here's a question that got asked on a podcast that I listened to years ago because I'm catching up. But if you eat in the holodeck, can you be full?
Yes,
Why?
because
Wait,
the way holodeck technology works. Oh fucking hell! This is going to so do.
I'll quickly. Holographic food or real food?
Well, the stuff in the holodeck.
If you're talking on a sense,
Because it's hard light, isn't it? You feel it.
It's so. Is it dependent? Did we just touch toes on the? We're like, oh, I was footsie with Iggul. So that's
There we
okay, I
go, there we
footsie
go.
with Iggul. Let's go.
Bow,
So,
Ooh.
there we go. That's right. Anyway, no, the way it works is that, or at least as far as I would be aware, yes, you could have holographic stuff whereby you wouldn't feel the effects of it.
Right.
But it works in the same way that transporters work, which would be the same way the replicators work, which is you ask for object A, and like a transporter beams you, demolecularizes you and rematerializes you.
Yeah.
A replicator takes subject food protein block A and turns it into the food you want. So technically, if you're in a holodeck, you could say, "Barman, get me whatever crap drink that's not alcoholic that they had on the Enterprise," and then you could either have
great. Hot.
You can either have a fake holographic drink, I guess, or you could specify, if I want food, you'll give me food.
Right.
Like you would, replicate it for me rather than just give me a holographic.
So you could go on like a holodeck diet then,
You could do equally.
whereby you go to like holodeck Burger King, chow the fuck out till you're really full. Then as soon as you leave, you go, and I'm good.
This is a fun fact for you as well. The amount of times in episodes people walk into a holodeck and they ask for holographic clothes to fit the time period, and then they walk out in the same clothes. So you're like, right. But there's main film. They walk in, they're doing the thing with the boat, as it were, on the HMS Enterprise,
Yep.
and then they go to the bridge, all in fucking naval gear because they've had to be summoned up really quickly.
Yeah.
So that means they've actually got those outfits replicated, ready
Sure.
to go. Fair enough. You can imagine they've got.
It would be a really shitty job to have to clean up the holodeck.
What, every time it was just.
Well, let's be honest. It's not going to always be used for historical recreation.
Yeah, no, it's not. Well, yeah.
But,
yeah, okay.
No, that's procreation. Different way. But in Voyager,
Can't have much safer sex.
in Voyager, that means there's plenty of times where, for example, oh my god, there is that episode in Voyager where Tuvok does have sex with a hologram. So
He does.
wow.
Ew.
Anyway, so there's points where, they will again walk out with the clothes on. So you're stranded on the other side of the galaxy, lost in space, basically.
Right.
And yet you've still got time to go. Right, I'm just going to go make myself some jeans from the 1960s or something to fit in, and whatever the case may be. And don't stop urging him to push the microphone towards me. He's in it already.
Yeah, but that's the point, so you can be heard. Because I'm looking at the sound waves and I'm talking, and it's like ma 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 ma, and you're like like fucking the adults from Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I like beating to it. Never mind.
Sorry, mate, that I made the same reference when I was talking.
It's almost like we're friends and everything on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Almost.
We don't
Totally not.
want to confirm or deny the rumours that we are friends. So, what's everyone been up to in the last month?
I played Creed. Creed was awesome. I love Creed, even though it got slated and was so buggy and glitchy. But I would never admit that to you, Mike.
I must admit, I've been doing a lot of Creed myself. I've not finished the game yet. It's,
Creed sounds like a drug the way you guys are talking about it. I'm just saying.
yeah,
Mate, I've been doing a lot of Creed.
No. You've seen Blue
No,
on the
that's
run
just-
up to a Creed game. He does
is.
spend his time curled up in a corner, scratching at his skin.
Yeah,
going,
a
"Is
little
it there
bit.
yet?
Little bit.
I gotta have my fix."
To be fair, I mean, Memory 8 Sequence 1 is where I'm at.
Spoilers!
Yeah.
We can remember that exactly.
Yeah,
Having played through it
that's-
once.
That's where I'm at the moment. I've done more
Where
of
that thing's
the.
happening with the people.
I've done more of the co-op. Well, that's what I've done today, really. Co-op.
So a lot of the missions you're on don't work very closely with Elise yet.
No. Like I've done it. Like
Did Beethoven write a track for her?
We're not musically minded. You know this. Why are you trying to make this?
There's a track called.
I could have rolled tumbleweed
There's
through
a
that.
there's a track.
I know a guy who sells that and diamonds on
there's
eBay.
a Beethoven track called For Release.
Genuinely.
You'd know it if I played it to you.
Hang on, wait, does it go ba 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 bum?
No.
Then I don't remember.
That's yeah. You do. You do fucking know it. You do know
I
it.
remember playing fuck, what's the game?
Fucking get
Humbug. Playing Humbug, and I was like playing the game, and I got the Beatles, and so I was like, and everyone was like, Yellow Submarine. I'm like, no, and like that's Yellow Submarine. I'm like, no, and like that is very clearly Yellow Submarine. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know what Beatles song this is, and that's the only Beatles song I know. So guess every other one under the sun. Hope for the best.
Okay, this will be easy. Just loading up the track now.
But without having to go into the full, just making this into a Creed talk.
I told you that you would know the track when I played it. It's in your ears.
I can actually play this. This is like one of the three
You can
things I can do on the
fucking
keyboard.
play it. You should probably know what it's called then, you bellend.
No, I know it's the one that when I put my hands on the keyboard, I can do the da-da-da, and then I always get struggle with the da-da-da-da, because that's really hard to reach.
Right.
And then I carry on.
Good.
I keep going until I remember how to do something else. Basically,
Right. Okay. Good.
it's kind of like sex.
Good for you. Okay, I keep doing. Oh shit! I saw this on the porn parody. I'll just. Have you got a phaser? You don't? Oh, awkward. Bear with me. I'll be back.
Walking with a lightsaber, like, oh shit, wrong one.
Speaking of, that fucking trailer came out and it was fucking awesome.
It was so
I
good.
nearly cried every time I watched the trailer, and it may have been the 16th time I've watched it now. Every time I see the Falcon, I get goosebumps, and I just can't stop fucking smiling when
A little erect.
right? I got so erect, 2 smaller erections came out from the bottom of my penis.
Well, that is an image I'm not getting out of my head for a long time.
The question is, if someone attacks your penis with their penis and the penis slides down your penis, will it cut off one of the 2 side penises?
No, it won't.
Apparently, it's all to do with where the penis energy is in the middle.
Look, my penis, my penis energy is fine. Let's not dwell
Use
too
the
much
Schwartz.
on that lightsaber because everyone's fucking going nuts and won't shut.
That's
the
right,
fuck
we're going
up
to be
about it.
different.
Yeah.
There are so many pros, cons, reasons where it could work, couldn't work. Expanded universe.
Yeah,
my
okay, we're
money's
not gonna
my
do
money's
this. Let's
on
just do this.
my money's on exhaust port for old lightsaber. You can see that the beam. You can see that the beam is all raggedy as fuck.
It's also on the main blade, raggedy as fuck. It looks exactly the same as the main blade.
So why
No,
would
that-
the
altogether.
that's-
exhaust port
that's
not
what I
just be
mean.
The blade that makes little
No,
sense?
that's what I mean. But I don't know. Like maybe I don't know. It's an older, in my opinion, it's an older style of lightsaber.
The thing to take away
A
from
relic
it is
from the Empire.
whether or not people treat it as a crossguard that would or would not be usable. Yes, expanded universe, there are materials that are saber resistant, whether
Yep.
they go into it or not.
Just like my
Whether or
dick.
not there's just like the blade actually does meet in the middle, so perhaps it's the the metal around the emitters. Or but then again, I've had this debate about whether it's the blade that starts from the emitters or if it goes into the. All these things aside, or if it's just for weapons eyes, the thing to take away is it's a broadsword.
And it looks
Yep.
cool.
The point is, they're
Functional or not, it looks cool.
they're taking lightsaber fights back to what they were,
Yep.
which is power fights of people trying to not just go like, oh look, I'm just not. I hated the idea of in the earlier movies you had they were like, oh, they're Jedi, so they're just using the Force to guide them. No, they are just going over and over and over a rehearsed combat, and it looks like that in the movies. It doesn't look like a fight. It looks like a choreographed dance over and over. And it looks flashy, nice. But the closest thing that came to still a powerful fight was actually the Duel of the Fates one. And even then, Obi-Wan does the same move 3 times, where Maul goes to do the sort of left, right, left with the saber staff backwards. He's standing side on, so he does it front to back. And Obi does the reach, say, behind the back of the head, down low, up high. It does the same thing, and it happens twice. It's the same choreographed move, and they're all trying to speed it up. But that all aside, they're trying to bring saber fighting back to angry Luke swinging at Vader. Not much sort of stance going on.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? I mean, the Jedi.
No one can teach the old styles. You're basically stuck with Luke, who got 2 weeks of training.
In the books that started, they're not canon anymore, but whatever. There was a time when
sad.
Jedis didn't have lightsabers. They had basically katanas.
Vibro swords.
Vibro
blades.
You're a vibro blade.
Totally good at going in our Star Wars porn parody.
Yeah, I was. Stop
Are
making jokes before I do.
Are we making a Star Wars porn parody now?
Well, we've got beards. I've got my Jedi poncho.
Well, we've got beards. You've got a point, Liam. We should pretty much have to do we'll also have to do a Hobbit one.
Have you not?
Because I've got long hair and a beard.
Have you not seen?
Be rude not to.
Have you got hairy feet?
Huh?
Have you got hairy feet
No,
as well? Oh.
but I'll cut my pubes and stick them on my feet.
Let me just get a medallion. I've got a really hairy chest. I fit into the 70s porn groove.
Right, so hang on. This is now... We're now doing a 70s porn parody.
When was Star Wars made? Boom!
Point.
Right, yes. Thank you.
Right, okay.
Just like my dick.
Can one of...
Mind blown!
Can one of George Lucas's
I'm
many
ashamed
chins
to be here.
feature in this porn parody? Just at the end, okay guys, cut, and then you're like, damn Lucas, your chins. Ba-na-na-na-na, ba-ba-ba-na-na. What are you doing? Oh. Right. Can that happen? How much money would you have to be given to fuck George Lucas in the chin, Iggul?
Me?
Serious question.
I genuinely...
Pound?
Maybe.
What?
£2.
Iggul, you're selling yourself a little short here.
£2 coin.
I reckon you
Wow.
could go for a whole tenner.
Just-
maybe
no.
throw in a
I
fish
don't
as
know.
well.
Like, give or take, make some arrangements. Negotiate this.
Alright,
shit.
hang on.
Okay, George Lucas, if you could get in contact...
No, George, it's mine.
That was quick.
Yeah. Jar Jar sucks. Yeah, we know. Right, I've got...
Jar Jar in a parody, can you imagine what that tongue could do?
He's got a massive... sorry, Luke. Yeah. Luke now.
Luke.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker's on the phone. Hi, like the beard. You're a man after my own heart. Yeah. You're not going to be a Joker anymore. Oh, that sucks. I know, buddy. I'm doing a podcast. Yeah, we'll hang out the weekend. It's fine. Yeah, cool. No, you're a scruffy nerf herder.
It's really
Yeah.
It's an awkward uncle now.
All right.
It's like, get off the phone.
All right.
Gotta get off the phone now.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the point where you hold the phone.
He's
away
dead
from
and
yourself.
he's dead and it's sad. We know. Yeah, and I know he shot first. Come on, get off the phone. There. Sorry, guys, about that.
Do you realise that means George Lucas just palmed us off on Luke Skywalker for the sake of getting us off the phone?
I'm okay with that.
Interesting use of terminology, considering we're making a porn parody.
Indeed. I'd palm him off. Anyway, what? See, you
Wanky
completely...
suit.
Wait,
Iggul, you completely derailed the
George
thread.
or Luke?
Both.
Okay.
Again, wanky suit that you have.
Yeah, my wanky suit. It's made entirely of latex and lube. I would be a superhero, but there's not enough lube. Oh my god, that's such an awesome superpower.
What, lube man?
If you had like
The ability to fit through any spaces.
a never-ending bottle of
It's
lube.
fantastic, isn't it?
If you had a never-ending bottle of lube and like a big latex suit on, and you could just, like
Stop rubbing that blank or I'll hug you and you won't like it.
There's that, but you could get everywhere really quickly.
But you
like on a water slide.
But
Because you're going
Run on the spot.
it's not just that.
and then you're just like, whee!
That's
just
apparently
slide on
that's
your
the
belly.
sound a lube sack makes. Apparently,
I also want to know what happens when you're like, quick, lube man, catch that guy. I can't. Why? My hands are all lubey. Oh no! And little girl needs rescue. She's on the train tracks. It's like I can't pick it. She's
Well, you can, because if you grab her and hold her fast enough, she'll fucking fly out your hands like a stroke. It would be great.
there is an unprecedented amount of
Iggul,
thought
what
into
would
this.
you do with lube powers?
Fucking everything.
Now you think that means there's a phrase of
He would be
just
fucking everything.
but that is to literally fuck.
That's the very literal answer.
Well, good. That's good.
Moving on.
What were we on about?
Creed! No, we've gone far too far. Got that now.
We went from Creed to erections to Star Wars.
Good. That's the way it should be.
Actually,
What's
that was
next?
pretty much how I did the trailer, because the trailer came out finished my Assassin's Creed, so...
It's like, oh, Creed was awesome. There's a Star Wars trailer.
I'm
This is
sorry.
thumb
I'm
noise.
sorry, Kat. I can't do it anymore tonight. I'm done.
Cool.
But- No, I got excited when the trailer came out. I still get excited watching it now. Best thing I've seen was a tweet that someone said, like, J.J. Abrams, if you fuck this up, you will forever be known as Jar Jar Abrams. And I was
Yep.
like, yes. But I
like the one you said about for the stormtrooper looking up, going, "Wait a minute," looking away at them towards the back. Those were the droids we were looking for.
Oh, and also, I mean, this is a Geek Pride podcast,
Love you,
but
John.
I have a feeling that people who aren't necessarily geeks of the chosen fields that we're talking about are listening to this podcast, because mostly it's our wives and girlfriends. So let me just clarify something for a second, and I'm sure my compatriots will agree. A black stormtrooper can and does fucking exist. They've existed. They've existed since 4, 5, and 6. They didn't exist during 1, 2, and 3.
You can already see their varying heights in the original
Thank
trilogy.
What happened after the Clone Wars? In fact, during the Clone Wars,
technically is not canon anymore. As soon as the Clone Army took over and it became the Empire, they went to Kamino, wiped the fucking planet clean so that no one else could make an army against them, and went, well, shit, better open recruitment.
Yep, and that's what happened. So that's
it may technically be not canon anymore, but that's a fucking good excuse for me.
Well, it is canon. The Clone Wars. The Clone Wars are canon.
Yeah, Clone Wars.
Yeah, but not that specific event.
But the Empire having
having
people of various sizes is canon.
Yeah. I also love the idea that everyone's like, "Ugh, you gotta have a black star." The guy Jango Fett, I still think it's stupid, but Jango Fett was a New Zealand. Well, okay, not specifically a New Zealand, he was Mandalorian, but he's not exactly like fucking albino bloke anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like he ain't white. Well, he ain't exactly.
I didn't see anyone kicking off about Lando Calrissian.
Was he a stormtrooper?
Might have been.
You never know.
I don't know. He pretty much betrayed all of his buddies.
Is it?
Who's got 2 thumbs and betrayed his best friend?
Lando.
Have you heard about like people say like, oh, the stormtrooper could be related to Lando, and I like that. It could be a great thing. But
or you're just going.
The only reason they're making that is because we saw that one guy.
He's the black guy. It's another black guy! Oh my god!
By that same logic,
and they're all related to Mace Windu. What the fuck?
By that same logic, every black guy in Star Wars is related to Tiger Woods.
Sure.
Fucking just, I fucking hate racist idiots.
Yeah.
It ruins so much like of the.
And this is the problem. This is the problem I'm having with a recent casting news. Okay.
Will Smith. Is this where you're going with this?
Wow.
Is this where you're going with this?
Maybe. Like the idea you've missed the jokes before. You're like, I'm not getting this into one. I'm getting the joking.
Right.
I fucking think he'd do awesomely.
The problem I have is that they are trying to do it from the New 52 standpoint. I am an avid fan. You don't know what I'm talking about. Suicide Squad, the movie, has been announced. Released.
Fuck! What am I doing here? I've got to go and see DC's Guardians of the Galaxy.
And there are a few choices which I find rather questionable. And I find them questionable because, as an avid fan, I feel personally, and I am fully fucking prepared to be wrong, but I don't feel that these actors are going to do these characters justice.
Agreed.
League. DC
and
joke.
that's that subject done, apparently.
No, I just Justice League. But you all missed it because I'm a comic genius and that's what happens. Yeah,
that's
the
right.
problem I have.
You're a comic genius, which is why we missed it.
Get fucked. Suck his dick. Yeah, the problem I have is that the Suicide Squad are a ragtag group. It's basically Guardians of the Galaxy, but the Guardians of the Galaxy are all kind of good at heart. Whereas the Suicide Squad
Guardians of the Galaxy, but bad guys on Earth.
Yeah. But they are proper bastards, and they are in their own sort of fields. They are all proper wankers. I have DC fans. If you are listening, are probably going to go mental. I have no fucking idea who Rick Flag is. Like in the DC continuity, I have no fucking idea.
Jesus, what a new! I ain't got a clue who is it, man. Do you know Iggul?
Right, Jared Leto as the Joker. Firstly, the Joker isn't in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that
the Joker's
confused me.
never been in the Suicide Squad, to my knowledge. Maybe he's going to be the main antagonist. I don't understand how you're going to have the Joker as a main antagonist in a Suicide Squad film unless you're going to involve Batman. Even as just look, it's Batman. Because
where? Oh, it's the shadow and he's gone.
It's so fucking intrinsic to the story, I just don't understand it. If there was going to be in my mind, a Suicide Squad TV show would have been fucking incredible.
Arrow.
Because of Arrow.
Yes.
We've already seen a glimpse of Harley Quinn. We know Deathstroke's about, and that iteration of Deathstroke for that kind of series is fucking great.
Whereabouts are you again?
I am Deathstroke.
Deadshot as well.
Yeah. Deadshot as well.
Whereabouts are you
I
now?
am season 2, episode 8.
Okay,
so
shut up.
an
about
episode
2.
an
or season
episode
2 finales then.
An episode ago,
Yeah, same as.
Right.
Barry Allen turned up for the first time, and I was like, "It's Barry Allen!"
I love that me and Matt have both just finished watching the.
No, not yet. It's downloading at home.
Not watched it already
Because Flight Sticks turned up, and I went, whoa! And then I went, oh fuck, it's time for work.
all day in the morning.
Yeah, I got home.
Have you
I started
stayed up late?
Have you played
crashed
Rogue
out.
Squadron in first person yet using the flight sticks?
No, I've played Elite, and that's about it.
Both of you disappoint me immeasurably.
Me more so because I've had my flight sticks for like fucking years.
Yeah, to be
You
fair,
really-
mine turned up at 10 o'clock this morning.
And the first thing you didn't think of was, I'm getting in an X-Wing.
Well, he did get into a spaceship, so.
Oh, I'll let you off.
Oh, fuck for that. He is between me and the door. I can't make a quick exit.
So anywho, my biggest problem, aside from the fact I'm not sure Harley Quinn's going to be done right in a movie universe, and the movie has just been revealed that the movie is booked to be a 12 fucking A, which I don't understand because the fucking the Suicide Squad should be a fucking 18-rated film. And I know why they're doing it, but this is another reason why you hear that casting, then you hear that it's going to be a 12A, and you think, Will Smith in a 12A playing the world's deadliest assassin.
Yeah, that sounds like a comedy film.
Not so much, yeah. And Deadshot's never really been a guy for comedy.
No.
At all. He's an awesome character, and he's got like a couple of one-liners, but it's sort of one-liners from an experienced fucking military guy, whereas I think Will Smith's gonna play it like Wiki Wiki Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider, now you ain't want none of.
Well,
Whatever.
that was good.
Whatever.
That was good. No, it unfortunately, all that's happening at the moment is every bit of information we're getting from it just sort of helps cement that
This movie could suck.
It's that suddenly the DC
Hard.
went, oh, Guardians of the Galaxy went really well for the anti-heroes. We should do that. Who have we got? Who's popular at the moment? Who do people recognise? And you're right. The Suicide Squad should be this almost Expendables 1 over the top, grit, gore, action fest, because they are they are super characters, shall we say?
Yeah, they are meta-humans, most of them.
Because
the new 52,
doesn't even get it yet.
The new 52 Harley. Well,
I am not calling them that.
I know that because I saw the trailer.
We thought it was going to be like super.
No. It's like in the first season of Arrow where they're all sat round and Malcolm Merlin goes like, I don't think this guy should be called the Hood. I think he should be called something different, like the Green Arrow.
I was like, no, that's a terrible name.
No, that's a terrible name. Who would call him that? Which made me giggle. I liked the Barry Allen explanation of the Flash being like, oh, he wears green, so he must have trained in a forest, and I think like that's his callback to that. And I was like, oh shit, this guy knows his stuff, and I hadn't thought about Green Arrow in that way.
Yeah.
When it totally makes fucking sense.
Wait until you start watching The Flash. The way they come up with villain names in that is just beautiful.
Really.
There's a brilliant line where he's just like who the fuck did they say they were talking about fighting? It's just like
Leonard Snart.
Yeah, it's
Captain Cold.
Yeah, and it's like
you had a run-in with a man named Leonard Snart. It's like, oh yeah, we call him Captain Cold. And there's a brief pause and he goes, we will talk about you giving your silly enemies code names later. But even then, Barry Allen turns around and goes, oh sure, should we do that over coffee with Deathstroke and Huntress?
It's beautifully shot down. It's brilliant.
That's brilliant. That's really cool.
But no,
Iggul was left.
I must admit, Arrow is
in disgust.
really...
Iggul! We're halfway through the podcast. You can order food now.
Bing ba ding dong.
Yeah.
Go on then.
No, what's
The podcast has hit its halfway point.
I'll do some smooth jazz, and you can do that announcement.
Welcome, shoppers. We hope you're enjoying your day. Just to let you know, you are halfway through the Geek Pride Nondescript podcast. We're ordering food right now, and we hope you're enjoying your evening too. If you have some time, why not look at our sponsors page, Loot Monster, and we'll give some information in the links below. Enjoy your day, and remember, people, stay happy. Can we please make that a jingle for every single time? That was perfect. I'm never going to have that moment again.
You might have that moment again. You just got to trust. You got to believe. But yeah, the problem I have is that it's going to be a 12A, and Will Smith is playing one of my favourite DC characters, who's a deadly fucking assassin, like a deadly assassin.
I'd still be curious to see how it pans out, because I reckon...
I'm
it
gonna
may not
watch
be horribly
it.
It may not be that true to it, but I still reckon it'll be a good laugh.
It'll probably be funny, but that's going to annoy me. Like, it is funny.
Fuck!
It is funny, but in a way, like, darker way. Like, you need to read it. I'll lend it to you at some point. But yeah, I don't really know what's going on with DC films, because they seem to be going, oh, look what Marvel are doing, and then like the minute Marvel are doing it, DC are going, well, we're doing this, and it sort of harkens back to the character claiming that went on during like the 60s and 70s, where they were like, we've got Captain Marvel, like, yeah, well, so do we.
Yeah.
Ha ha. Yeah, well, we've got Wonder Woman. Well, we've got Wonder Man.
It's what's really annoying is it's real, genuinely. What's really annoying is that, let's face facts now.
Eagle's back, ladies and gentlemen.
The movies for Marvel, the thing that does them so well was just all the little touches that went, the nods, the winks.
Yeah.
That went like, that bit was like, fucking, I want to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative. Everyone fucking lost their shit at that. Fucking Stark turning up at the end of Incredible Hulk being like, I'm putting a team together. Everyone lost their shit at that. The little touches. And the thing I loved about
the planning.
Yeah.
And now we've gone, here's a Superman movie. What do we do next? Massive super team up!
What I mean is by that, it's like, even the Man of Steel movie, I love that, LexCorp was branded everywhere. Okay, I expect that. The satellite that gets smashed into has Wayne Enterprises written on it.
Yep.
That was like, that's fucking nice. And it's little touches like that which people enjoy. To have an existing Arrow show, to have an existing Flash show, you've already got these characters established. Spend the fucking money. You will have people who have got a vested interest in these actors and these characters, these personas.
Have you seen the guy they've got to play Flash for the movies?
Yes.
He won't be. What?
He won't. Well, then I don't understand Jared Leto as the fucking Joker either. The guy just can't look angry.
I don't know. At the same time, I've seen a Photoshop where someone's put the makeup on him, and it looks good.
But that's the problem. That's the same problem that I have with cosplayers, is that they look good.
The eyes,
whether they encapsulate the character.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about the Joker. I'm talking about like cosplayers in general.
Batman.
Fucking especially There's a lot of Batmen that kind of just go, oh, I'm dressed up as Batman, well, hey, and then they spend the rest of the con and in pictures being like, oh, I'm Batman, woo! And like, what the fuck are you doing? You have no idea what that character's like. And
excuse me, can I have a photo?
Fuck you! It was my understanding that, and I could be wrong, you guys are two cosplayers, this is me referencing to Blue and Matt,
sorry, Iggul.
you're supposed to, are you a
turn up to a
cosplayer?
motherfucking con and you might be again.
Not really.
Yeah.
Do you embody, as far as I was aware, cosplay is costumed play, as I fucking brought together. So you're in costume and you are playing that character.
I try to an extent. When I was
obviously, if you're at a con,
just like fucking
you're going, it's Batman, and then start stabbing him up. But
when I was Deathstroke, there was
especially in
photos,
photo shoots.
Being in like photos when people were talking to you. I'm not saying I have to be like try and act as the character, but there is that element of making jokes about it. Equally, there was one time I was wearing a Spider-Man outfit, and one time when I was doing the Deathstroke costume.
I'm still.
Both of those instances, I had a kid come up to me, and we're talking like knee-high child here.
Yeah.
When I was Spider-Man, he just wanted to say hello, and I was like, I tried to put on as much. I was like. It was automatic. I was like, I want to be as much of the character that this boy is seeing as I possibly can. And when he saw his Deathstroke, he wasn't too sure. He was like, he's like, where are you from? So like, I was like, and I knelt down and went, I said, my name's Slade Wilson and I'm Deathstroke. And he went, you're scary. I went, yes. And he went, got superheroes beat you. And he walked off and I went, yep, job done. That's good. And I was like, that. So again, I mean, I've done the Jedi one, and I fucking feel like a sage. I feel like I'm a wizened old man because I rock white hair.
I remember when I did the Joker, and you remember when we were going over to that photo shoot, and I specifically made sure I missed the door.
Yes, yeah.
The back of the XL Centre's all completely glass,
and
you can see them through the glass. And you got to go off the slide slightly to the door, and I'm like, fucking know what I'm going to do. Run full pelt of the glass and just went boom, flat up against it. And everyone looks around and starts giggling. I'm like, ow.
Your power slide where you went like there was a Nightwing, a Robin, and some other guys all sat down eating food. Matt went sliding in. You know when you lay down sliding in like comic book sketch sliding.
Yeah.
Fucking your outfit was like nylon-y at a certain point, and he just slid in across the floor.
Down, chilling out, eating lunch, and then just. hello.
It was just fucking picturesque. It was brilliant. So no, I think part of it.
I have a cat.
It's walked into the room.
It's got a knife. Run!
But no, I think when you are doing the cosplay, as I say, you don't have to be it all the time, but I'd like to try and think that I'm doing this because I enjoy that character, and I'll feel better in the role, and the costume works better if you're playing into it, if you're leaning into it. You don't have to be the person, but attribute to it.
Well, it's not just the cons, is it? I mean, like, look at the pictures on Facebook that you've got. Is it Rochester Castle that you did, like, was it years ago?
Oh, Jesus, that was
fucking...
Case in point, my hair was long.
Yeah, but up at Rochester Castle in Creed cosplay, I mean, those pictures are fucking fantastic. So, it doesn't have to be at cons, but if you're doing these cosplays, then always get into the character. Like, it's fantastic stuff. You do that.
It's a little different though than going out in the street and.
What I've seen.
Everyone was thinking it.
My problem is a lot of, and purely because from what the social media would have you believe, a lot of female cosplayers, because I happen to just see 98% more female cosplayers than I do male cosplayers, are always either pulling the trout pout or they're looking really fucking serious, and it's like, you've not embodied what that character is. Like, if you're dressing up as like a kawaii anime cute girl, then fucking embody that. If you're Sailor Moon, pull a Sailor Moon pose, but also do a face that Sailor Moon would do, because it seems really weird that I don't know what fucking Sailor Moon does, but let's say she does like what Chun-Li does when she wins a fight. She's all like, yatta! Right? If you're like,
for this example,
yatta!
should we not just make it Chun-Li?
Yeah, alright, fine.
No, he's actually gesticulating and winking and doing this. I wish you could see this, people.
So someone takes a photo and you're going, yatta, and you've got a straight fucking face. You're not embodied what that character.
I wouldn't say
you don't get that character.
Female cosplayers doing that though only. Oh no.
Yeah. That's just an example I was using.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's a majority in that sense. I would say it happens a lot to most of them, but then there is an element. I suppose it also depends what's happening at the time the photo is being taken, and not just in a There's nothing worse than when you start down.
I know the feeling. We've tried to move from one end of the con to the other.
Well, it was when we first did Halo, and that was when.
Yeah, alright, let's do the 5-minute walk. Half hour later, we're finally fucking there. Can we have a photo? Go fuck yourself!
There is an element where you politely decline, and people just look like you slapped them in the face, and you're like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I kind of need to get somewhere.
Came to a con and you dressed up.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not saying that. Alright, okay, alright, Mr. fucking policeman making the slut walk jokes, like, if you've got to dress slutty, then you've got to prepare.
That's not
what you've just done!
You are not comparing cosplay to slut shaming.
Yes,
I will not have that on my fucking podcast.
You just said that we went to a con in costume. I'm not sucking his dick. We went to a costume. He may wear the wanky suit. We'll find out from there. And we went to a convention. Therefore, we must be prepared to be asked for photos every single 5 minutes.
You've got to happen. You've got to expect that is going to happen, right? And I'm not gonna. It's not in the same league as, if you're a girl and you're dressed as sexy, you'd expect to be groped. That's not what I'm fucking saying at all.
No, I'm using an extremist point
right, I'll use another extreme one.
Yeah.
You went, we're going to go to the zoo today and see the lions. Are you going to wear your meat dress? Yeah, I'm going to wear my meat dress. Let's fucking go.
Alright, no. Now you're saying...
We tried to walk through the lion pit and we couldn't fucking move.
Now you're saying that if I wear a costume to a convention, it's not an appreciation. It is now a demand to get people asking photos. That's where you're taking this.
I'm not saying you have to fucking take the photos. What I'm saying is you have to anticipate and expect that that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that's where you do the polite decline and you hope people will appreciate that.
Yeah, that's
my point was that people look like they've slapped them in the face. We're like, what? Why not? You're wearing a costume. You're like, yeah. Be mindful that I might have just taken this fucking long to get from point A to point B. He was wearing a hunter costume, which was great because he couldn't see shit. I was just like,
got carte blanche to just beat people if I fancy. It's like, I don't like you, so I'm going to turn this way and.
But no, it's going back to the original point, yes, I think there is a matter of leaning into the characters. Some do get more attention than others. Sometimes it's because they're popular. Sometimes because it's a costume that just looks fucking mind-blowing. And there's some that we saw. I mean, when was up there last?
Indeed.
MC was just fucking... The, balls. Who are they from? Fuck, this is going to... damn it, I know the name. It's not Diablo 3, is it? No.
I think Blue's having a breakdown.
What's the Demon Hunter one?
Iggul, how are you doing?
No, it is
I'm
Diablo.
very
It is Diablo 3.
Thank you
Okay,
very
it's
much.
Diablo 3.
How are
It's
you?
Diablo 3. It's Diablo 3.
Iggul was talking.
The two crossbows.
Yes.
That's
Right.
Diablo.
Okay. They looked fucking awesome, and they weren't like, oh, we're in just like
Sorry about that, mate.
escorted. They were just walking around, and they were happy to do photos, and that was cool. And you could see at times when there was like, okay, whew, well, so like catch your breath after they had their photo. And you sort of respect the fact that they want to have the space as well, give them time. Sorry, Iggul.
You need to have somewhere on your costume a little extendable sign that just zigged out the back. It just goes, fuck off, busy.
We should all have taxi lights. Think about it.
Just in general or at cons?
I would love to have one that says, like, already busy or not available.
I would have one that just says rage building.
Sorry, Iggul. We interrupted. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I need to help make this point of Mike made it an issue now. I'm sorry, Iggul. I'm so sorry. I didn't know if there was any issue with Phil's cancer
honestly,
or anything.
dude, it's okay. It's okay.
Look, it's fine. You didn't know. You can't go around your entire life asking if everyone's okay.
But we never know until we find out. And then we might make a faux pas like this. And now I have to feel bad. No, I am feeling bad.
or I could make an overly friendly joke because I thought you were part of a...
But you
of a
might not
group or
understand that
in a
I have an
circle.
issue and make matters worse.
He said, pointedly.
The subject of this podcast today is passive-aggressive.
This is what happens when we don't see each other for ages. It's a well-known fact that myself and Liam fight on the internet a lot. It's actually not as much anymore. We've
It's
sort
a
of...
shame. You should have changed actually your message noise for whenever he sent anything to you from
like-
the usual ba-da-deep to just ding ding ding.
Or like just a street fight, like round 1, fight.
But let's face it, the last time we spoke, it was like a fucking revelation that you and me can talk on the internet now without turning into a full-fledged argument.
It is beautiful.
Has it been one of those conversations though where you've had it and you've been like, fuck, let's never talk again and preserve this?
No, we've gone like again and again when we've spoken. It sounds like our sex life, and again
We had one fight, and that was over a misunderstanding from
Which all
my
of them
part. Well, normally, yeah.
I don't know why my brain's on this at the moment. I'm looking at the post for the weights and I feel like I could turn that into an electro staff from episode
Well,
3.
you can fucking leave my weights alone.
Nondescript topic
did.
change. Fuck it hell. I mean, we've made.
We just
leaks
want to talk
before,
about our
but-
feelings, Matthew. Why can't you just let us talk about our feelings?
Anyway,
Feels cancer there, but
I would like to also raise the issue that Vanilla Coke is getting a bad name, right? Nondescript topic change.
has Vanilla Ice changed his name?
No, the problem the problem that I've got, right, is that when I go into a shop and I want Vanilla Coke, I'm always made to feel like I'm a douchebag for buying Vanilla Coke. Because I'll buy Vanilla Coke and then without fail the shopkeeper will go, you know that's vanilla, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's why I bought it. Because I'm not an idiot. And then I always walk away
Have you considered taking a bottle
feeling
off
like...
just taking the label off but replacing it with the blood of virgins? And it just goes, you're aware that's the blood of virgins. Can't I just order what I want?
You're the one stocking it, it's your fault! But seriously, and then I always feel really guilty afterwards, being like, what's wrong with what's he done to it? Like, or that he's laughing at me like...
I'll leave that around for Steve.
Or like he's just like, yeah, just like nudges me going, please put the Vanilla Coke, it's got sperm in it. You're like, alright, dickhead. Right? I shit you not, if the shop was still open, I'd send you over there to go and get me a Vanilla Coke and see what happens to you.
we could do this as like a podcast point 2,
I know.
and then we video record it.
We'll fetch the GoPro. We'll discreetly attach it to our heads.
Like that episode of The Simpsons where he's got the 10-gallon hat, and he's like, "Is that what's wrong with your hat?" He's like, "Nothing. I wear this all the time." That goes. Zzz.
Oh, no, ignore that. There's a B in there.
That's awesome. But yeah, stop it, shop owners. Stop making me feel bad for buying vanilla Coke.
Make him feel bad for buying regular Coke.
Just Coke in general is actually the devil's liquid, and you should never drink it because it's got so much sugar in it.
Well, it's
if it didn't have the acids in it, you would literally throw up
Well,
from the amount of sugar.
I fucking find this hilarious. It's like, yes, it will be bad for you in large quantities on a constant thing, and I drink a lot of fucking Pepsi Max, and I know it's not doing me any good. I'm aware of that. But there's like articles where like, man drinks like 10 cans of Coke a day for a month to see how bad it is, and it ruins his body. Well, fucking no shit. And then when you read it, it's like, he also ate nothing but McDonald's as well. Like, well then, definitely.
The only thing that you can drink 10 cans of a day and not die is water.
You can have too much water each day.
Yeah, you can,
especially
but
with
10 cans would be fine. Because it's like, that would be about 8 glasses.
Which would be, well, it'd actually be close to the 2 litre sort of recommendation.
Which is your recommendation. Nondescript top tips. If you want to feel better, drink 2 litres of water every day.
You can also go into work with your wanky suit on for a hopeful quickie in the loo.
If you want a business meeting to go well, wank off any of your opposing enemies.
Better yet, as a final top tip, remember, say fuck, and they'll associate with you on a level that is totally understandable and not in any way a disciplinary action.
You should also make out with them, especially if they've got a beard. Beards.
I don't really know what just
that
happened.
about wraps it up. We're at 51 minutes. That's fine.
That's perfect.
That's all right.
We were going for 52, and we've still got to wrap it up.
Fuck.
Is it like a new 52?
Oh
Black.
shit!
Well, that also works in Marvel Universe, apparently. So.
Awkward.
I realise that Suicide Squad and Fantastic Four have the same sort of iteration where they've just gone, we're going to make the story about these characters because they got names. I'm like, okay, so you're going to reference the comics in anyway? No.
Well, we don't know that yet, but you're probably right.
I've got nothing to do with race. It's the fact that they're not even brother and sister anymore. What the fuck?
Well, yeah, I know, but we can't get angry because then people will think we're getting angry about a race, and that is racism. Goodbye, everybody. I've been your resident beard, Mike Orvis.
Michael Iggul right here.
Was you going to give the microphone to me then, even though I'm holding one?
No.
Okay. you leant towards me.
I leant towards you because
I'm the procrastinator.
You're beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I'm this guy.
Mind blown.
Turn around.
This song may not be owned by us. We're sorry. Well, we're not.
We could change the words.
End the podcast.
Every now and then I look up and down.
My name's Jeff. That's going to get old in a week.